Hey y'all, what's good? Welcome back to the channel. So I got some news, not good news. It's bad news this time. Not regarding, well, it connects to me, but it's not about me specifically. It's about Ghana, y'all. So I followed this trans woman, this Ghanaian trans woman on Instagram. Her name is Angel Maxine. She's Ghana's first openly trans musician. She's awesome. She puts a lot of good music out there, and she's constantly fighting for our rights, um, for the LGBTQIA in Ghana and beyond. She's done a lot of work. She's received different awards. She's out there in the streets risking her life for us. And to be doing that in Ghana is like, she's like a hero for real and really brave and someone that I admire and inspired to be like, especially when it comes to helping the community in Ghana because it's a constant battle. And the battle just got 10 times harder because I think it's been for the past 3 years or so, the parliament has been trying to pass a bill, an anti-LGBTQIA bill. Basically saying, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 3 years or something like that. I don't know if it's 3 months or 3 years. It might be 3 years. You'll be imprisoned for identifying as a member of the community. And they also want to imprison people if they are allies or support us in any way. I don't think the president has signed off on the bill yet, but I honestly, to be real with y'all, I see him signing off the bill. I don't see him being like, no, I'm not gonna do that. It would be a miracle if he didn't sign the bill. Of course, we could sit here and pray about it, but sometimes I feel like in the realistic sense, this might very likely that it's gonna get passed. I mean, it's very likely he's gonna sign it and make and officially sign it into law. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Cause I've right now, I mean, I was thinking, I didn't know when. It was still gonna be a while because, you know, planning a trip to Ghana is a lot of work, it's a lot of money. But I wanted to go back like the next year or two. The last time I went was 2019. The beginning of 2019. It was like 5 days into 2019. I went for like 10 days. It wasn't very long. I wasn't out as trans yet. That was around the time I was starting to figure things out. But when I went, I dressed like a female 100%. I had like the outfits and everything I was wearing was giving off female. So and when I came out, it had been like 2 years after that. So I have some people from back home, on my Facebook page that have definitely seen me coming out and all that. Some of them have been supportive, some of them not so much. You know, obviously it's gonna be a bit of both. But I don't feel comfortable going at this point in time. And it's frustrating to me because it's like the country has so many problems already. Electricity for one, the currency is starting to go bad. Like, I'm constantly seeing like my friends that I have talking about like Bullfruit, for example. Bullfruit's like a donut, right? And you could get it for what, a couple of cities. That's like dollars, their version of dollars. And then all that's going up, all this inflation for like the simplest shit. I'm like, it's not gonna be long before it starts looking like how Nigeria is looking right now, where you can't even afford the most basic items like rice, potatoes, you know, simple shit. Problems like that. The roads, like, there was one road we went down, and when I tell you, went like this, the entire road, until you got off, and the car just going like this the whole time. You're just sitting there bouncing like this. Like, there are so many other things that they could be focused on, but they chose to try and come after us because they think somehow that's gonna fix the problems. And when Andrew Maxine posted a video basically saying what I just said, how in their minds they think this is something, it's a problem for us to exist and identify as who we choose to be. Yeah, that's gonna solve the real problems. This, that, like in a sarcastic way. People in the comments like, "Oh, you're trying to say it's not gonna solve anything. It's gonna solve it." Like, no, it's not. It's not solving shit. It's not solving shit. And it was just irritating to me because I'm like, some people were literally who never even following her were just coming into the comment section just to be a fucking menace. Like, yo, the amount of self-control it takes to not respond back to these people, because it's like, that's not good. It doesn't do anything, because she doesn't respond to them either. She only responds to the positive comments. And it's like, because it's like, you can't, with certain people, you're not going to convince them. And especially, I'm like, there's no point in focusing on people that don't even have the power to change the law that with them. I mean, some power, but not all on their own. Like, there's always going to be some people like that. But it just made me think. Like, I mean, I don't see myself being like a full-time lawyer at this point in time. But I still want to delve into some law stuff for the sake of the community, for the sake of the trans community. Because I want to help people back home come over here. Or just go to a country where they could be more accepted as themselves. Because I know a lot of them want to leave Ghana anyways. And after this, they're going to be even trying to get out of there even faster because their lives are... It's like they're already walking around with a target on their back every day. And this is just going to make it 10 times likely for them to get killed. For people to legally be able to torture them. Because if a queer person gets beat up or something, and they find out that that's why they beat them up, they're not going to do anything. The police system is already corrupt as it is and very much based on money and things like that. So people like that aren't going to get punished. Like, people are going to get attacked. People are going to be out here trying to say, even if someone doesn't even identify as anything, they're going to say that they do as a way to, you know, get back at them for something. Like, different shit like that is about to start happening at an even higher rate. And it's like, at this point, it's so sad because people don't even realize that all of this came from colonialism. Colonialism, Lord. They think this was a Ghana thing all this time. Like, no. Ghana has a long history when it comes to the LGBTQIA+. It's a long history that people don't even know because they don't teach this shit in school. It's there. It's there. I could get some documents and things like that for y'all if that's what y'all want. And when I say that, I'm talking to these fools, not my subscribers. If that's what y'all want, I can get that shit for y'all. It's not hard. I started learning about this shit. Some people who were in higher ranks of power who identified as this, that, and the third. It has always been in Ghana. It was a fucking colonist that came and fucked that shit up. And corrupted Christianity and all this other shit to make y'all homophobic for generation after generation to come. Now, that's not every Ghanaian, but it's a lot of Ghanaians that think like this. It's very backwards thinking. And yeah, it really disgusts me. I just, like, yeah, I'm always gonna have Ghanaian in my blood, but it just, for that day, it made me not even want to say that that's where my ethnicity is, part of my ethnicity is. I was so ashamed that day, like, I was like, I don't even want to associate with y'all. That's what it felt like. But I'm like, the best thing I feel like we can do realistically is help people get out of the country and go to live in areas where they'll be safe. Because especially this comes into law that law is not, I don't see it going back. Like, yeah, I'm surprised at how long it took to get passed, but I don't see it going back to not being illegal, to be quite honest. And like, yes, we can protest and things like that, but I feel like what would be beneficial to the communities to start getting the Ghanaians who are part of the community out of Ghana. Um, I think that would be the best thing. To not saying obviously that in America and other places that you're not going to be, you know, but it's I feel like it's a bit different here in certain areas. Um, and I feel like, because if I had been in Ghana, I would have been out at all. I'm telling y'all right now, I wouldn't have been out. I would have been scared to even identify as, like, yeah, it's scary. You identify as trans and things like that, but I wouldn't have even wanted to identify as a female that liked other female, like nothing outside of cis and liking men. I would have never, or I would have just stayed single for a long time. Like, I would have been petrified. A lot of the stuff here is like, even those who are choosing to identify, it's not like the way we have clinics here where you can get testosterone and things like that. It's not set up like that in Ghana to run smoothly the way it does here with the insurance like a Medicare. If you're in New York, you could get a lot of free services, and like general services, not just stuff relating to like your identity, but like the dentist, the primary care physician, things like that. um you know, I just want them to have that same access. um but just, I think it should be done elsewhere, and just help them get to those places where they can. I want to learn more about visas and things like that, and whatever I can do. And um I do follow Andrew Maxine. Oh, I told you that already. She follows me. We've communicated a little bit. um and I'm sure she knows a great deal of people we could start off with and then move from there. And I want to connect with other people who are interested in law here, or who have even gotten to the point of being able to practice law, um, so they could help and get them over here, or find other places they can go. Um, yeah, or just create a facility here that helps people when they come abroad, to get them off their feet and things like that. Like, that's the stuff I'm thinking about, getting them out of the country. Because if we go over there and we try to build, I feel like they're gonna try and like bomb it and things like that, and I just don't think it'll be safe for us to go. Like, I understand people trying to get arrested, well, not trying to, but they know they're willing to get arrested for the cause. But it's like, if that happens so many times, then who is going to help run things? So I feel like it's best if we avoid things that could lead to our imprisonment, especially in another country. Because when we approach them, just make it seem like it's just a regular situation where we're not trying to get them services. We don't want to make it seem like that's what we're trying to do, even though that's what we're trying to do. Get them here, and then from there, start getting them help. Would it be Ali Forney, Cal Lloyd, a bunch of other places, and just get them the help that they need. I just want to help them, and for them to have the ease that I have of being in this country and being able to get testosterone, being able to work toward getting surgeries. Like, I don't think some of us realize how blessed we truly are to be here. And even if it takes years to get your top, but at least you have that chance. At least you could sit and live your life, and still get that opportunity, for some people sooner than later, and for free at that. Like, that's truly a blessing that I feel like a lot of us take for granted. As I have my consultation in April, I could have my top surgery as soon as next year. Boom, on to the next thing. Name change, I was able to do so easily. Boom, on to the next thing. Gender marking, next. Like, I want them to have those same opportunities. So I was even thinking, like, I'm gonna finish the major I'm doing now, but to maybe even find a program for like paralegals, and instead I read I needed like a year of experience before I could start working as a paralegal, and I feel like that would help a lot. Me being in a position like that legally to help with different things and fight for our trans people, because we need the help, especially if this president signs this thing. We're gonna need the help. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all. Know what's going on in the world currently, what's going on in Ghana currently as far as that is concerned. But yeah, the fight is not over. It ignited something in me. I had to come and speak about it. It ignited something in me. And I'm gonna find different ways to be productive about the situation and help in whatever way that I can, and help my trans brothers and sisters back home, because they really need it. But yeah, that's it for this video. I will see y'all soon. I'm not gonna lie, I was supposed to do a video about Ghana next, because this week is in the, but I'm like, that just killed my whole vibe. Like, I just got so pissed, and like, no, it's not the whole country's fault. It's like the parliament did this, and yeah, there are quite a number of Ghanaians who agree with them, but damn, it just killed my whole vibe. But what I am happy to see is that there's gonna be a march, like a protest going on in London on Independence Day. I'm like, yeah, that's the time to do it. It'll bring more attention, and it'll bring more. Oh, excuse me. Oh dear. It'll bring more attention to the situation at hand, which I think is really important right now. But yeah, I'll see y'all soon. I'll keep y'all updated on that situation as well. If I hear anything else, I'm constantly following this. But yeah, I might do the video just for the heck of it, because I was already planning on doing it, but we'll see. I don't know. I was really looking forward to that video, but I don't know. That, I'm not gonna lie, that killed my whole vibe when I heard that shit. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hope y'all are having a good day. It's raining over here. I feel like it's just gonna be raining all day. Gonna have to go outside at some point. Not really looking forward to that, but you know, man's gotta eat. I take my shot today. Oh my god, I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't know what is going on with my system right now. But yeah, I gotta clean up, y'all. It's mad messy in here. I need to finish folding my clothes from laundry from like 2 days ago. I'm not gonna lie. I was feeling a little bit lazy. But yeah, I tried to find a new way to not a new way. It's not new. But a different way for me to put my do-rag on, because just see how this looks. I feel like it looks a little bit neater when I fold it back up around. I've gotten so much better at tying this shit, y'all. I used to not know how to tie it for shit, but I was practicing a lot, and it looks good. Looks good. I'm fucking with it. I just don't like when that little part in the back likes to stick out, so I'll be having to tuck it in. But other than that, it's good. And this don't feel too tight on my head, which is nice, because sometimes I'll tie it and it'll look good. Like when I have it where it's not folded like this and it's just folded up to here and it's just flat, but it'll be mad tight. It could squeeze in my head. And it'll make my head hurt. But I still feel a little cramp back here, but it's not as bad. So I might see how long I can go and keep it like this. Yeah. Yeah. I keep adjust this meeting class. I just be sitting there going like this. I don't hear like what the fuck. But yeah. But yeah. I might when I have more information on it, cause the business plan is just getting started. It's multiple business plans, but the main one for my class is called the Black Trans Coalition. No, that is so wrong. I mean, I was gonna make it an issue for Black trans people, but I made it a little bit more broad for the purpose of the class. But it's a Trans Music Coalition. Um, yeah, I was just like maybe I could try to reach as many trans people as possible with this, because my teacher felt like it might be a bit too specific. Not that we can't have stuff for Black trans people, and maybe I will do that as well in the future. But just for the project, I did it for just trans people. But yeah, the Trans Music Coalition is the name of my organization. I got the vision statement, the mission statement. I'm working on the goals and objectives next, financial stuff, bylaws, and all that. They're teaching us the proper way to start an organization so we can get the most benefits from it. Because there's lots of organizations around, but they're not always registered as like the 501, that sort of thing. The 501c. So I want to get my organizations properly recognized, of all this sorted out, and make some real impact in the world and in the country. I feel like that was definitely part of my calling, so I'm taking this very seriously. I'm also trying to start like a fraternity that gets to the national level for trans guys, mainly for Black. That one would be made for Black trans guys. Yeah. So I'm trying to start that up, get us jackets and things like that, events we could attend around the country to meet up with brothers. I think that's something really, really important. Finding the right brothers to be around. Because the first few trans brothers I had, I'm not gonna lie, they were not the best experiences. But I got two right now I could say that are genuine brothers. The one is on his way towards becoming a genuine brother. It's a relatively new connection, but yeah, working on it little by little, allowing things to flow naturally, But yeah, I'll keep y'all. Y'all stay tuned for the next video. I don't know what I'm finna do. It might be the video I was just talking about, the guy that shit. It might be something about my organization, but I just be trying to pick up my phone and just record. But I had to speak about this. This was important. So yeah, I'll see y'all soon.